would you believe it? I'm next door from my little studio with Dan Kielty. Oh, he's that's Dan Kielty.
He did. He dropped the mic.
I did drop the mic.
Such an amateur.
And we're in the cafe next door. What's the cafe called? Sandwich Bar.
It's on Sandwich Street, isn't it?
Sandwich Street. Don't tell me where I live. Sandwich Street.
They would miss a trick, wouldn't they, if they hadn't called it Sandwich something.
Sandwich Bar.
Sandwiches
you
and
that.
that.
But it's very good food, isn't it?
That's amazing food.
London prices, though.
Yeah. I've only come in not to see Steve, but just to have the food.
We're going to have a little chat about life as a comedian, and I've known Dan not actually that long, but we seem to click because I don't know why.
I don't know.
I think
I can't put a finger on it. Maybe that's part of it.
Yeah, so I think Dan Kielty is, I don't say he's about lots of people, I do think he's a very, very funny man. Not to look at, but on stage. But you don't seem to, you don't put yourself out that much. As in.
No, I'm a very private man.
You're private, but
not particularly helpful for
No.
doing stand-up, really.
Is it a confidence thing? Because you've got a good take on things, like observational stuff.
Yeah. I think it's fear. I think it's
Fear of being. No, but you don't seem. You
No, I think
scared? Do you get nervous?
I think I've been nervous all my life about everything.
Really?
And spent my whole life pretending not to be, which has used up an awful amount of energy. But I think scared to. I don't want to do gigs and everything's perfect. And of course, nothing's ever perfect, so you end up not doing stuff.
But is it? I've talked a lot to other comedians, not as funny as you, but imposter syndrome. Is that what it is?
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, massively.
But your on-stage persona is nothing like that. You are very confident.
Yeah, but I think you have to be once you. If you're going to do something. This is the whole thing. It's a ridiculous conundrum, isn't it? Because you're scared to do something, you really want to do it, and then you do it, and you go, "Oh, that was great," and then you go, "I'll do more of that," and then that feeling wears off, and then you get a bit nervous again 3 nights later. But I guess that's the payoff. It's nice to be nervous, a bit.
We're actually in the same cafe, Adam Bloom. We were sitting outside of this cafe and he was talking about his talent. He's got another talent, which is he knows how the exact bit of paper to put under a table that's wobbly.
Oh yes,
Did you see that?
Yeah, I remember that.
And
he gets it right every time.
He's arrived.
So everyone's got their hidden talent, right?
Yeah.
And mine is hearing a table wobble, my brain working out the distance between that for the sound and movement. So I go like that, then I go like that, and I think it's done. That's my hidden talent. That's kind of what I should have written a book on.
But see, I've got the same talent. Look,
But did you do it before we came?
yeah,
Did you?
I said early.
Yeah, but Adam Bloom actually showed me how it was done. You could be lying.
I could be lying.
Did you honestly do it?
No, it's a lie. That is a lie.
So Dan Kielty now, because I'm mentioning what I'm filming. I'm filming on a DJI Pocket Osmo 2, and now he's looking. He wants to buy one now. He's such a copycat. Such a copycat.
Yeah.
DJI Osmo. And the thing is, he couldn't spell it because you are
Thick.
No, you're dyslexic.
Yes, no, I'm officially. Yeah, dyslexic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so you did ask me how to spell lots of
all
that.
of it.
Yeah. And what do you see then? You hear the words, hear the letters. You hear the letters. But you can't put the letter to it.
Yes, there's that connection.
So have you got? I had a dyslexia is an anagram of horse. That's my dyslexic joke. So I think all comedians try and write a dyslexia joke.
Yeah, I think most people got one.
Yeah, so my old one when I first started was Sack the Juggler. my one so we should be doing this interview somewhere else, shouldn't we?
Yeah, somewhere noisy. At the library.
You've got lots of tattoos. Why have you got a tattoo?
I don't know. It's one of those things you start with, and then they are addictive tattoos. They say this often in tattoo parlours,
Really?
shops. There's often a sign saying "Be warned, tattoos are addictive." So I started off with a tiny tattoo when I was 14, I think.
You did?
Yeah. This is back in the day when you could walk in somewhere and it was lawless back then. A man would say, "Get your pants off," and tattooed you somewhere your mum wouldn't see it. And then slowly over the years it's crept up and added and added and added. But I did make the mistake recently. My last tattoo was about 5 years ago, and I'd forgotten how painful they are.
Really?
Yeah, and I'd completely forgotten how painful. And as soon as the man started, I was like, "Oh no, this is no fun at all." But you have to tough it out, don't you? You have to pretend.
Especially if it's like a whole body tattoo.
Well, whatever it is. I was
But
just right. Mo, not mum. Just stop there.
Have you got them all over your
My
body?
my back's done. My arm.
I didn't let you get that joke out properly.
That wasn't really a joke,
Wasn't it?
I think that was enough for that
Have
one.
you got? I've got a tattoo joke. It's not a brilliant joke because I always thought, there's like subjects where you just think I've got to get a joke on that, like dyslexia we were saying. So I've got a tattoo where it really hurts. It's on my son's forehead. But it doesn't often get a laugh at.
Well, it works today.
It kind of works. Yeah.
This is an easy
With an
one.
audience of one.
Yeah.
So where's your tattoos? Where's
So
your-
I've got one on each side of my stomach, and I've got most of that arm done, and a big chunk of my back done.
Bloody hell.
And I was saying to you, Steve, about a friend of ours, another Dan, who has got a huge tattoo on his back. It's just the outline of it, because he had that done and then he couldn't face the pain of going back. So it's just left it at that, half finished.
Like a sketch, like a
Yeah,
Picasso
just
kind
like
of-
just roughed it out. They just roughed it out and then he left it.
a long time ago.
Yeah, but it's huge. It's and bearing in mind it was his first tattoo as well, and his only tattoo, going for a full back tattoo
For his first tattoo.
and bailing on it.
That's quite a weird idea of your actual. You would have thought your first tattoo. I'll just try this out.
Yeah, most people go for something small.
Tiny little
Yeah.
tattoo on your arm or something.
Yeah.
Because I didn't realise how painful it is. You're saying it's really painful.
Yeah, you couldn't take it. No.
I couldn't take it. But I watched this documentary about one of the kind of the gang members, the South American, one of the gangs. They've got their gang tattoos on their face, but he spent on getting laser treatment to take it all off. But that's even more painful than having it put on. Face recognition nowadays, that you've got tattoos of your gang on there.
You're making it so easy for them, aren't you? Just tattooing, but also the fact that it means you're in a gang as well. It's not even, he's easily recognisable. Also, he's definitely in a gang.
Yeah, but that must be so painful. Apparently, the documentary is very interesting. He's really humbled or he doesn't want to get caught, most probably.
Yeah, repentant. Yeah. Now he has been caught.
But the person who was taking them off couldn't believe how much pain, how much he could stand the pain,
And the fact that he wasn't going to pay at the end.
That's the pain she got. But is it more painful getting it off, do you think, than getting it on? Because he said
I've never had major laser work. I've had some laser work done. No, I think it's more painful getting them on.
Yeah.
But I guess that there's the pain reward balance is not there. Get them off. Unless you're desperate to get them off, I suppose. It's spelt wrong. I did know someone had one spelt wrong.
Oh yes, there must
I
be
wouldn't
loads of
know.
stories of that. Really?
No, I wouldn't. He had too fast, too young with all the wrong twos.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
yes.
too fast to live, too young to die.
T-O.
There's a lot of twos, isn't there?
Yeah. But you could add the O on as long as there's enough space. But then there's no.
But if you had,
Gap.
are they both supposed to be double O then?
Too fast.
Yeah, I think you had two different ones. Yeah, but if you don't have the space, if they've left the same space gap, return. But even worse, I mean, he lived. So pointless.
So we're up on the roof in Sandwich Street. Don't say what the number.
Yeah, we are. We're up on the roof, and there's building going on as well, isn't there? Building going on in the background. It's nice to see.
Yeah, you can see the crane.
Crane
Look,
there.
should we see the crane? There's a crane there. Look at that.
Yeah, so they are renewing. They are renewing. It's happening.
So if you're liking this episode with Dan Kielty, or any of the other episodes with other people, but especially this one, press the like button. It's very important to press and subscribe. The more people that subscribe, the more money I could potentially make, because potentially I'm not making anything. Well, potentially I could make. Like and subscribe and comment. Thank you very much.
Subscribe, like it, subscribe, smash the bell, do it, you know what to do. Get the algorithm to go, oh, go on, Steve, have some money.
It's a lovely roof. Look at the chimneys. I do lots of photo shoots. Photo shoots.
Lots of footfall.
Yeah, a lot of passing trade, a lot of chimney sweeps. I mean, although Arthur Smith convinced me that he used to do chimney sweep, and I kind of believed him.
I could almost believe that.
Yeah, kind of believed it.
And then he's got the tail end of that industry. Arthur,
So-
when he was a lad.
Because when I started out, I used to be a chimney sweep.
Is that for real? Because I never know when I'm going to speak to you. I never know what's real coming from you. Is that's
No, that isn't real.
No,
I wasn't a chimney
you
sweep.
weren't a chimney sweep. So when did you start comedy, Dan Kielty?
I've always been funny.
You have been
I've
funny.
always been funny, Stephen.
You've got a wicked sense of humour. But you've got, as I was saying before in the calf, I do like your comedy. I don't say that lightly. But the fact is
But you
that...
do say to everyone.
No, I don't. That's a bit old. I do say it to everyone. But you've got a slightly different take. You do observational stuff, but you've got a slightly different take. And I don't know if that's because your dyslexia, maybe, or your way of looking at things. Is there something there?
I don't self-analyse very much, really.
But
Apart from self-doubting. So
Why
I
you-
often do the sort of, is this funny? Is that funny?
But I was going to say,
question it.
why are you so funny? That's one of my questions I asked to Nina Conti, and she was taken back a little bit.
She
but
is funny.
why are you so funny?
That's a very nice question.
Thank you.
What I do has liberated me from myself. So there's
Elaborate.
no ego in my comedy.
But why are you funny? Why do you think you're funny?
I think it's because I don't tend to see things the same way as everyone else.
Okay.
I spend a lot of my life confused about why everybody else seems to understand something, or why they understand it one way and I don't. And maybe that's part of the dyslexia. I don't know.
Lots of people do the kind of style you do,
Yeah,
but as I said, you've got to go and see you to.
yeah. Come and see me.
Yeah.
yeah. It's very difficult to find me though.
As I said before.
I'm quite off grid.
So when did you start comedy?
I started about 10 years ago when a friend of mine who kept saying you should do stand-up, and I kept saying, yeah, I should, I'd be good at that, booked me to do a show at a club he was working at. He's a DJ, and he booked me, told me on the Monday, and I was performing on the Friday with Ricky Grover was headlining.
Wow.
Who I think's wonderful.
He's kind of stopped comedy
He has
now.
stopped, yeah.
Yeah.
But he was great.
Yeah.
He was great. I really loved what he did. And I guess that bravado, you just kind of go, well, I will do it then. I will do it. And I loved it. It was great. I didn't know what I was doing, obviously. And I made it all up on the spot because I didn't realise you should actually have a set.
Is that
and a
seriously
clue.
your first gig? Was kind of you had?
Yeah, I just made it up.
And it worked. It was fine.
I think it worked, but I wouldn't want to look back at the video. People were very kind.
This is such a good lens. Like, this is a pretty new lens. Sigma 135 1.4 aperture, widest aperture lens. It's one of its kind actually. I don't think they've ever made this before. 135, great portrait lens and such a fast lens. And the body I'm using is the Leica SL2S, so it's an L mount lens on a Leica body, SL2S. So they've now got the SL3, which is bigger megapixels and all this stuff, but I actually love this body because it's cheaper. I've got it second hand, but it's a great camera, great partnership. Let me just take a picture of Dan, taking a picture of me with the Osmo pocket. See, I can get Dan's face in, or I can get the Osmo pocket and his hand in focus. Brilliant.
I like what they're doing though, where most technology is getting smaller and smaller, they're just going bigger.
Yeah, well, that's a bit of a lens hood on there as well, but
And
it's
an
still
ashtray.
a bit. Yeah. While you're working, you have a ciggy.
Have a tab.
I don't know if that noise is that background noise is coming out quite a lot, isn't it? Because of the workmen. Should we tell them to shut the?
Yeah. Oi! Oi! That's it. They're quiet now. Aren't they? Oh, they're coming.
Oh, someone's up the crane.
I'd like to do that when you go up the crane.
No,
No?
I'm really scared of heights.
I'm too as well, actually. But
Would you go up there?
I think I would.
Seriously?
Yeah, I think I would.
Let's just
And
get.
that's one of those. Yeah. That's a cheap sort of bucket list thing you could do, isn't it?
Would you bungee? By the way, about bungee?
Yeah. Well, no, I wouldn't jump off there. No, it'd slip in 20 quid to go up there, have your lunch.
It's just. I don't
Yeah,
think.
you're not good with heights then?
I'm not good with heights, but I that bit just looks so.
It's the climbing up the ladder really is the problem, isn't it?
You have to climb that ladder.
Yeah.
There's no lift.
No, that's how to get up the ladder.
Oh really? Oh yeah.
There's a sort of cage round here. I think you'd struggle to fall, but it's a bit sweaty palm.
Maybe that's one of my questions is if there's a job you'd ever want to do, maybe it's a crane. They are very noisy, aren't they? We always talk about best and worst gigs. Best, worst, which one are you going to go first?
Worst.
Oh, that was quick. That's why you're sitting down, is it?
Yeah, sit down. Worst gig, Stag Do,
Yeah,
Central London. Everybody was off their heads on coke.
yeah,
Everyone was a geezer.
yeah.
Very, very sort of real bear pit, terrifying, aggressive, testosterone-filled room. Couldn't get to the end of a gag without somebody interrupting or just shouting out abuse.
Was it just you on?
No, we had. Who else was on? I can't remember who was on. I mean, I'm traumatised by it. Really, I've
even with
blanked
your-
out most of it. But it was just that horrible. You know the feeling when you think, why am I here? I should be there with them. I'm one of them.
But even with your, did you have a sleeve so you could show your tattoos? You could.
Yeah. I mean, I think that bought me maybe a couple of seconds at the beginning where they went, "Oh, is he us?" And then they went, "No, because he's standing up and he's not chewing."
Best gig?
Best gig, I don't know whether. I think the thing is, when you say best gig, gigs I've enjoyed most are down to who else is on the bill, really.
Oh,
Because I think that's one of the nicest things about stand-up is if you're a stand-up fan, which I think most of us who do stand-up are, you get to turn up in rooms, you're doing your thing, but you get to see other brilliant people who you know or you don't know who are famous and they've been heroes of yours, or they're not. I remember going to the Fighting Cocks in
New Malden, Kingston, run by Matt Brown.
Yeah, and you're stood behind a blanket. Well, it's a sheet hanging from a clothesline.
Yes, it is,
and
isn't it?
doesn't go all the way to the floor, so you can see the legs of the artists. And you go into that green room, and Joe Wilkinson was in there, and I was like, wow, I must be in the wrong place because he's amazing and he's on the telly. So you get to do your thing, and then you get to see somebody that good in a tiny room.
So I always talk about my camera equipment, but also my watches as well. You know I love watches. I do love watches, and this is a bit of a beast. It is a beast. It's a diving beast. 300 meters. Because beforehand I could go down 200, which was all right, but I just wanted that extra 100. But this one goes down 300. It's a dive watch, TWCO. I'll put the specs below. But this is beautiful. It's got an internal bezel. This is. Look at that. And I always ask the comedians what watch they wear. But I did notice that you're not wearing a watch, sir. Do you ever wear watches?
Occasionally, I've got a couple of nice watches. I've got a watch. I've got a Rolex.
Shut up.
I do. I have a Rolex which was my father's.
Seriously?
A Rolex Oyster.
Was he into watches?
No, I think the thing is, well, this is the reason I don't wear it because it's so precious. Because
But this looks slightly like one of
does.
the.
Well, watches.
Slightly.
I know you're not supposed to say, but they do all look the same.
I can't believe you said that.
But that's the reason I don't wear it because
Yeah.
he saved up. It was a really special thing for him to treat himself. I mean, typical, I suppose, hard-working dad didn't treat himself to stuff and saved up and bought himself the Rolex Oyster. And when he died, the evening he died, I took it from his dead wrist.
It's like the Woody Allen joke about saying that he sold me this is the watch he sold me on his deathbed, which is something like that. I mostly misquoted
that
it.
does sound quite mercenary, but it was obviously because he died at home and the funeral director sent an ambulance, which is basically a van. I was very horrified to see it is a van to take you. So you obviously would take that valuable thing off that person.
But they would give it back to you, do you think? Or are you worried that...
Well, I'm quite suspicious of people, so I thought I took that in his wallet because he wasn't going to use it. And I wear it very occasionally on what I consider respect, to a wedding or something like that. But I don't generally wear a watch because you know what the time is on your phone all the time, don't you? I think the thing is I hold it in such great esteem that I would hate to get it scratched or damage it or any of those things, which is silly because you should wear these things, you should enjoy them.
What's the other watch? You said you've got another watch.
I've got, what's the other one I've got is a Dive Master, Omega Dive Master, yeah, with the orange bezel.
Do you want to sell? We could do a swap for the DJ.
Don't worry, you're very welcome to it.
He just said you're very welcome to it. I'm going to do a swapsy with him because I do like them. I think they're very nice. Some of them.
Small, though,
yes.
Quite a big watch. And the
no,
Rolex,
this is a really chunky one. I think.
Yeah, the Rolex I've got is very
petite.
Slimline. I guess it was 80s.
Yeah. So in the 80s, 70s, 80s, I think they were more like 37, 36, 37, 38 mil. Yeah. This is like a 42 or something like that. Have you got a favourite joke?
Yeah.
Yours or someone else's? Yours.
Well, one of my favourites of yours, actually. Genuinely, I've got like 3 or 4 favourite jokes of people's. One of my favourites of yours is the one about your grandfather died in a fight, big fight, First World War. Or was it Second World War?
Yeah. So that's it. Yeah. So
that's a good joke. I like it.
My granddad, he got killed trying to stop a fight.
Stop a fight. That's it.
Yeah, my granddad got killed trying to stop a fight. It was a big fight. It was World War II.
Yeah. There's no extra meat on that's unnecessary.
That's an interesting thing because I do love jokes that are just to the point.
Concise.
Yeah, concise. I think, but you have to keep rewording jokes. We had a session. Used to have a session where we used to meet up and help each other. Well, I used to try to help you.
You helped me.
Yeah, but I was kind of trying to get rid of the stuff that didn't matter.
Yeah, the fluff, the extra words, the waffle.
Yeah. What was the other joke you're thinking of then?
So I think I'm an ally. My nephew's gay. Very, very early days though for him. So just right at the beginning of his journey. We haven't even told him yet. Not looking forward to that conversation. It's bound to be awkward, isn't it? Gonna be a drama. You know what they're like.
Yeah, that's a great joke. The thing is, I was talking to other people about kind of not kind of cancel culture, but maybe even trigger words. But you were saying people get very scared.
I think people overthink things. I think people genuinely don't give people credit for being smart and intelligent, and the vast majority of people can tell where you're coming from.
Yeah.
If you're coming from a good place, you're coming from a good place and they know it.
But yeah, it's all about intent, isn't it?
Yeah, if you're just talking about the things in the world you're in, that's fine. Why narrow your field? I think you should be able to joke about most things. And there's obviously things that are triggering for all of us.
Yeah.
And then they're uncomfortable and they're conversations outside of comedy.
If you had a dream job, what would your dream job be?
Dream job. I think I'd probably like to. It's way too late, and I'm probably not someone who's going to be focused enough to retrain. I did speak to somebody recently who'd spent quite a long time retraining, and then now a counsellor. I think I wouldn't mind helping people. I think I'm quite empathetic. I know I don't look it. And possibly knowing me, you might not think it.
You've got beautiful eyes. I think there's something about your eyes.
Maybe a hypnotist. I think I'd like to do something in that field.
I think you're a very caring person.
I try.
Yeah.
I try. I used to volunteer for the Samaritans. I used to answer the calls for them once a month. Tough gig, mate. You get some real miseries ringing up. I remember one time the bloke was on the phone 45 minutes and said, mate, you haven't asked me anything about myself yet, have you? No wonder your wife left.
That's a good joke as well. I'm shaking my finger. So that was a good joke to ask you about mental health. As in, because I do a darkroom thing where...
Yeah.
Have you had stuff along the way?
Absolutely. Yeah. I've got to be honest, and there's this debate, isn't there? Are people suffering more from mental health issues now than they ever did before, or are we just more aware of them, or are we living in times where we're actually luckily able to think about that because we're not down a mine or in a factory or literally working every hour just to put food on the table? But I think most people, even looking back at previous generations, probably were going through mental health issues and we just didn't put a name on it then. Self-medicating and all those things, and I definitely have had a couple of times in my life when I've been in a terrible state. And
I think we talked about that a few years ago. What was I can't remember what was going on.
yeah, I think there was definitely one period. I mean, when my first marriage broke down, I was drinking heavily. I don't drink at all now. I haven't drunk or taken drugs for 25 years. But I think the thing is, I was definitely self-medicating. I was trying to fill a hole, and unfortunately, you can't fill a hole by taking depressant if you're depressed.
So what have you filled it in with? You go to the gym and other things, and
Yeah, I think I'm an addictive person, if that's a real thing. So I've just got addicted to doing other things. Addicted to going to the gym now, as you can see, because I'm super hench. I'm 73.
he is 73.
Yeah, just I think focus on the things that make you happy. And I know that sounds very simplistic, but what I was doing was and I know this is an AA thing. I was sick and tired of waking up feeling sick and tired, so I stopped doing that. And now I wake up feeling good, and I surround myself by good people, and try to spend the time with people who are worth spending time with.
Did you start going to AA?
I went to AA for a while. It didn't. I think it's a great thing, and if it works for people, obviously it's worked for millions of people. It didn't really work for me. Whether I just didn't give it long enough, but I found I was sitting in the problem. It was going along to rooms, and I think also it was a long time ago, probably 30 years ago. I first tried that. It tended to be mostly guys telling more stories. And there tended to be a bit of one-upmanship, like that's nothing. I woke up in a skip. So that didn't work for me. I know it works for people, and I think it's a great thing. I think whatever works for you works for you. What I did was I decided not to drink for a week, and then I got addicted to not drinking. And it's a real point of pride now for me not to drink. I'm obsessed with not drinking. I don't begrudge other people doing it. I think people who can do it and enjoy it, and I think people who can take drugs recreationally and enjoy them, more power to you, enjoy it. I can't.
So I always ask about, because it's about kind of photography as well, favourite photograph. Have you got a favourite photograph?
I do. I've got a picture of my father.
With his watch?
I think the watch might know. It'd be well before he could afford that watch.
Yeah.
I think it's probably his wedding day, and he's holding a bottle of champagne, or probably pomade. Pomade, that was it, wasn't it? The cheap version of it back in the day. It's a really, even though obviously my connection with alcohol is not a happy one, it looks like just a really happy scene. It's got a very charismatic, Goodfellas feel about the picture. It's got that kind of suave, maybe 50s, 60s look about it. Yeah, that's one of my favourites, and I'm very lucky as well. I have a collection of, this is going to sound so fawning, I've got a really nice collection of Steve Best black and whites on my wall at home.
Oh!
I've got the photographer.
Oh, I love that picture. I'll put that on.
Jump.
Yeah. Which one was the jump one?
Jump is the one in Montenegro, where somebody's jumping, a young man's jumping from the dockside.
Oh.
Jump or leap.
Ah, yeah, I know. I think it's the one in Herceg Novi in Montenegro. It's on the beach bit where he's just diving.
It's the dock though, not the beach.
Yes.
Man-made.
Yeah, totally.
And somebody's jumping for a ball.
Oh, I love that picture. Well, yeah.
I love black and whites. I mean, that's another thing. I love your work because I like photography. My daughter's quite good at photography. She takes really nice pictures just with her phone.
Right.
She's got a good eye.
Yeah. It's about the eye. I think it's about the eye.
It's about the, it's not about the focus. It's not about the exposure, and it's certainly not with the phone because it does everything for you. But it's the knowing what's a good image. And I love looking at images. That sounds a bit creepy.
I normally have a mirror when I'm down in my little studio and ask people what they see when they look in the mirror. But what we found here is a puddle.
Nature's mirror.
Nature's mirror. So when you look into your reflection, what do you see?
I see my dad.
For real?
Yeah, he was very deep.
That's very good. That's good, actually. That's good. Well, I'll give you that one. Go on. What else?
No, I do. Yeah, that's the thing. I remember when my dad first died. Actually, I think probably in the first week, catching sight of my own reflection in a glass-sided building and thinking it was him, and yeah, for a split second, thinking, oh, he's there. And definitely, as I've got older, I've become him to look at physically, which is kind of nice. An echo of the past.
Were you close to your dad?
Yeah, although he died when I was in my early 20s, so it's a long time ago, and I think there is that thing that you kind of do start. It's such a long time ago. You start forgetting the relationship was ever there. I guess I'm more time alive without him than I was when he was there.
That's kind of the same with my mum. Yeah, my mum. I was 21 when she was 49, just turned 50, I think, when she died, and it just seems such a long time ago. But she was a massive part of my life in the sense of who I am, but it's such a long time ago. The big thing is of how your life has turned out, or children and who you've met and married and all this stuff is not even, it just seems so bizarre that they're not a part of it. That's kind of We've got to do a selfie now. This is the watch we were talking about, and we've done a little swap-see, but there's more than a swap. He's a very kind man, Daniel Kielty. Look at that. When he wants it back, he's getting it back.